Hello everyone, welcome. We're playing the Stanley Parable. Yes, I have played the Stanley Parable before. Use it just flare until the computer is barely visible. Okay. Is this actually gonna do anything, or... That's barely visible to me. Okay. Current time. There. That's not the current time, I don't think, unless I got lucky. Okay, I don't think I need the accessibility settings. Man, that's actually remarkably close. It's 10:33 right now. Okay. We are going to begin the game with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So, for those who don't know, the Stanley Parable was a big game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Recently, I think I actually uploaded a video of me playing the Stanley Parable. Oh wow, they're not gonna do the intro. I guess it's because I said I played before. Okay, that's fine.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Guys, what could it mean? I have no idea what this could mean. Chat, what does it mean?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I want to do this live. That would be fun. Say in the comments and I'll make a live about it. Just gotta let me plug in my headphones because I actually have to hear what's going on in this game. But I don't want to have you guys have to deal with an echo all video long. Okay, I think I did it. You know what, let's be...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I know, it's just so amazing, the employee lounge. High quality.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
The sofa, the lighting that seems to be coming from nowhere except maybe the outside. It's white lines.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
So worth it. There's a blank clipboard there. Pictures of some
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
That's quite rude. Number 1 dad, number 1 mom. Number 1, oh wait, I know what that is. What is that? What does that say? Number 1.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Fine. I need... yep, that is indeed a coffee mug. I know what that is that... Number 1... It's definitely number 1 vowel. Something. Why would they make it face away and make you not be able to go there? Keep thinking there's a jump button, but that's only... There's no jump. Okay.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room, and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
This is the most run-down printer I have ever seen, ever. Also, why do you just have a phone in a box? Left or right, guys? Left or right? I'm going right.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Not years ago, like maybe... Can I go out there? I don't think I can. To be honest, I have tried before.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. please.
Yeet.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yeah.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
No
Let me
buckets allowed
prove
past
that
this
I'm on
point.
your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Hard to say. No, I'll trust him. I'll trust him.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Loop.
I want
So
it
it's
to
literally
stop.
just a square. It's just a square.
We would both be so much
should have
happier
trusted
if we
him.
just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here,
that end game?
let me show you.
Okay, what's this? Oh.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
So just void.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
It is pretty cool, but I feel like the YouTube audience would get bored of this after like 30 seconds. I say once it goes up, we go through that ominous door over there. Is it gonna make something interesting, or is it just gonna keep going into the center until it disappears? Any moment now. Please say it's not gonna just be like psych, not gonna fill in. Yeah, I think it might. It's stopping. It's condensing. It's condensing. Whoa, that's cool. Well, this is cool.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay, fine, I'll go back. I'll head back for you, narrator.
Good, good. We can't be too safe.
Good.
Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
I mean, I could.
No.
Also,
What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Everything.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Are you sure? Oh, I'm going up
Please,
the
no,
stairs.
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Gonna do it. Gonna do it.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Yeet.
No!
Oh, I'm fine.
Thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Not sure. I'm so much slower now. This is noticeably slower. This is terrible. Okay, it's red now.
There. See?
Yeah, okay.
This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Stop moving. Oh yeah, they filled in the top finally. Okay. So I'm moving. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna drop down the stairs one more time. It might kill me, it might not. Who knows?
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I mean, there is something good that couldn't come from this. I'm sorry, narrator.
No.
The YouTube audience needs to be
No,
entertained.
what do you do? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
That you can convince me all you want. I need the views. I can't have people leaving after like 5 minutes. I can't just go AFK looking at the colors. Actually, I might get like the 3-year-olds to watch all the way to the end. There we go.
Stanley,
Oh, I didn't even
let's
die.
go back to the other room. Can
I
you
want
do
to see what
that
he
for
says.
me?
I want to see what he says.
Yes, perhaps you can.
Yes. Perhaps I
Perhaps you
can.
finally see what I'm talking about.
The colors are cool. I gotta admit. Cool colors.
I
but
know
also-
you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Sure, I can see it. But also... Can I walk off the edge, actually? No, I cannot. I am so slow now. This is
No,
painful.
perhaps not.
Perhaps not. I'm sorry, dude, but... It's boring. I gotta admit it. It's boring. It's cool for like 10 seconds, but... Again, the
My
YouTube
God,
audience...
is this really how much you dislike my game? That
No,
you'll
I
throw
like your
yourself
game.
from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Oh, he's guilt tripping me. Narrator, you gotta understand. It's very boring. You gotta make more interesting things. Like, if you had a mini game in the color spot, I could probably stay there for a minute. I'm not
Maybe
even
you're
deaf.
just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Hard to say. Definitely just teasing you. More dialogue? At
I
all?
wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Okay. I'm just making him depressed. This is sad. I'm gonna end this ending. I am walking so slow now. Okay, I'm gonna stop walking back here because it's getting less and less interesting and more depressing. So I'm just gonna keep walking up and down the stairs until I can reset. Because this is painfully slow. What is this valve for? Why is that there? Especially when you have one that's like right up there. There's no things connecting to that pipe to make that one necessary and that one unnecessary. Like, I'm just saying, keep the big one, get care of the small one. These pipes don't make sense. Or maybe I just like don't know how pipes work. Who knows? Also, dude, why did you build this area if you didn't want me going up the stairs?
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going back.
Yep. We're all back. We're all here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's see what's here.
When Stanley
go
came
right
to a
again.
set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
Now that
perfectly
we've
well.
been through all the
Perhaps he
dialogue,
wanted to
just
stop
go
by the
forwards.
employee lounge first,
there a wrong
just to
button?
admire it.
I don't think so.
Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business,
Yeah.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
On my left. On my left. No, sure, I'll take the first open door on my
And
left.
so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on
Guys.
track.
There's a big red button. I can't not. There's a big red button. Well, they could have at least put like the drywall on the walls here.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no. No,
Left,
it's to
okay.
the right, my mistake.
Okay, to the right.
No,
Understood.
no, not the
Okay.
right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
I don't know,
What was
dude.
I thinking?
We all make mistakes.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yeah, sure.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes.
Narrator,
I've got
I
it
believe
now.
in you.
This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
This direction. This is a car. Why is there a car here that's running? How is this battery not run out? And there's like this... Man, this looks exactly like the lights at my work. Like, make a giant like thing stick up from it and have lights. That's literally just the lights from my work. Oh, wow.
No, no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay, I'm closing them.
Okay, we just
close your eyes.
Back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
I want to wander off track. That's the funniest part.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did I miss the memo? Who knows?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No,
Wait,
no,
did
I restarted.
Oh.
I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
Okay.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on.
No, don't worry, I closed my eyes.
I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
On the floor here.
Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I'm gonna go through the left door. This is not how the doors were set up before. Where is the adventure? This just led me right back there. Okay. No, we're gonna go back here. Where does this go? Backrooms before the backrooms existed? Wait, actually.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we just...
Inner guilt. Everyone knows what
the game again?
You did.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
Wow,
but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, okay. It's restarted. Well,
all of his co-workers were gone.
All of them.
What could it mean?
That's one of them.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why does employee 432 only have a pencil sharpener and no computer? Is he the pencil sharpening guy? I feel like that'd be a very lame job. Just all day sharpening pencils. Actually, wait. They don't need to sharpen that many pencils to have a dedicated guy for that, right?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
I agree.
It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Perry
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Perry the pot plant. How are you doing, Perry? What's over there? Let me in. Okay, what's this? So it sails in this corridor. Okay. Oh. I turned off the computer. I did not mean to do that, but it's fine. What it... Huh. Wait, so I guess I'm just gonna go back here?
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
This is actually
wait,
just
never
a dead
mind.
end.
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Man, I wonder how they do this. Like, just change it. Oh, wow. Hey, I think they have a bit of a mold issue here.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
Perhaps.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember,
no, it was
Stanley?
actually a log
Well, do you know what?
warehouse.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
What is that?
You win!
Yay!
Congratulations!
I won.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Ooh, I found the rusty buckets.
Oh, no. No,
Who
I don't
designed
feel
the
right
rusty
about this at
buckets?
all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was
Yeah,
not one of those situations.
fair
Okay,
enough.
I'm
Got
getting
some
weirded
holes
out
there,
by whatever
though.
this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No, don't do that. It's just gonna be a blank white cube.
All
Oh,
right, I've got a
Stanley
solution.
Parable Adventure
This
Line.
time, to make sure
Aw.
we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I remember the music being pretty loud for this, so if you can't hear what I'm saying for a bit, don't worry, it's probably nothing of value anyway. Actually, I might want to turn down settings, audio. Gotta turn it down a bit.
This is the story.
So like that. Sound effects. Gonna go to that. Okay. So, some of you were able to hear me this whole time, or I
The
think it's
line
very
knows where
unfortunate.
the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward,
Yep, it's over in
Stanley,
this
to
direction.
destiny. Nope. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if
Wait,
there's
is
no
that
story
right?
there? Or to put
Is
it
that
another way,
right with
is
the time I
story
gave
of
him?
no destination
Yeah, that's correct,
still a
actually,
story?
to the time I
Simply
gave
by
him.
the act of moving forward,
Maybe.
are we
I think.
implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now,
Sure.
if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience
I
of
went in
this
the wrong
office,
way.
is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Sure.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Here comes the Adventure Line music. Question marks and question marks. Down to Everest, probably. Man, employee number 6 has a nice setup going here. Man, I wish I was employee number 6. I feel like the Adventure Line might be wasting paint. Like, oh, my paint goes somewhere. Okay. Who painted this Adventure Line? They're using an unnecessary amount of paint.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay, I gotta
Make
count the
sure you
leaves.
study it
1,
closely and remember
2,
it carefully. You won't want to miss
3,
anything.
4, 5. I don't know how much the game's joking here. I just gotta remember what this fern looks like. It's got like 2 diagonally jutting out, one's there, one going straight up. Alright, that's probably good enough. If I actually remember the fern details, I'm gonna be amazed.
We're back at the office? No.
Okay.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh. Chat, close your eyes.
Oh, no, not again.
We
Line,
can't see the
how could you have
spoilers.
done this to us? And after we trusted you, after
Line, how
everything
could
we've
you?
been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore.
Adventure Line, how dare you?
Restart.
Oh. Alright, chat, you can open your eyes again.
You know what, Stanley?
Oh,
I say
okay.
forget the Adventure Line. What's it ever done for us?
The
We're
Adventure
intelligent
Line, no.
people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something
Because the
exciting,
Adventure Line.
daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't
says
we
it right on
simply
the floor.
start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Where? What door did you open, sir? Hello? Oh, okay, there we go. But there's an adventure.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go
I
wild.
prefer something
Use
Star Wars
your
related.
imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley,
This is a circle.
I'm ready for it.
Is there mods for the Stanley Parable? I might look into it.
No,
Oh,
not you again. Stanley,
who
I'd also
painted
like
this?
to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No
But
lines,
the adventure
no
line is so
monotone.
cool.
Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
But it's so awesome and so cool. Well, there it goes.
Ah, a choice.
Ah,
We get to make a
choice.
decision. From here, the story is in
this
our
is hard.
control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact,
Wait.
I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn
I guess.
means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right,
True.
let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And
Perhaps.
since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another
Okay.
victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Good, to the right. Oh. Oh.
Hold up, what's this?
So in the chat,
confusing
time this,
ending.
see if that's actually
You're
right.
telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? Am I supposed to restart the game eight times?
8 times? This is gonna be a 40-minute
Really
video,
how
guys.
all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the
Just gotta take a
schedule, I
seat.
restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Find line again.
Well, who consulted me?
Find
Why
the
don't I get to
confusion ending
decide?
schedule.
Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it
That's just
really-
gonna restart.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to
So
be
who's gonna
trapped like
forget?
this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't
So I'm gonna
do
play
it.
it,
I
but
won't
prevented.
do it.
And it's gonna be boring. Oh.
Does that mean
Oh, the game
did we
restarts on
break-
its own.
Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I think the game's
So-
gonna restart on its own.
Okay.
After that restart, we're gonna find the line
Guess now we
again.
just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
True.
So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
So we're gonna
Eventually.
find a
Well, in
replica
the
of the
meantime,
office that's...
if you-
Oh. So we're gonna see a replica of the office that's slightly worn down, probably. Or not. This is the exact same. Has it
All
actually
his
restarted?
coworkers were gone.
Actually
What
restarted?
could
Is
it
the
mean?
ending over?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps. I'm not seeing a more rundown version. Oh, new content, perhaps.
Oh, new content? What does
I think
that
this is
mean?
the Ultra Deluxe
New
stuff.
Content.
Ultra Deluxe content, perhaps. We'll see. Rails, cool.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra
I'm going to
Deluxe.
apply for the presentation.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Man, 2013?
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, we're
well,
gonna have
this
amazing
sounds
new
delightful.
content.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Man, I thought I was gonna be able to trick it into.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special
Okay.
yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
For new content, this is very gross bars. Is it gonna go?
Is it broken? What's going on here?
Me and him had the same thought.
Should we be moving somewhere or... oh,
Oh, there we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's see. Bricks. The new content's just looking at bricks for 6 hours. It's gonna happen.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Content.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
A hidden jump? That's a lame jump. Like, whoa. Okay. Gotta be honest.
Is that it?
That's kind of lame.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Right? They wouldn't make me buy another version of the Stanley Parable or a jump
Stanley,
circle.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
I've been
It's just
scammed.
elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
This
If
better
is
just be
new
a bit.
content, then
This
I
better
could
be a
just read
bit.
you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see
Yeah.
it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
No. Thank you for enjoying the new content,
That's it?
bro.
Oh, you've got to be
Yeah, this
kidding
has
me.
to be a
You see,
bit,
Stanley?
right? It's
This
gotta be
is
a
what
bit.
happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Twitter.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much
Boo,
anticipation around the
Twitter.
new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say,
Okay.
friend?
I mean, sure, I guess, but I'm kind of annoyed that I spent a bunch of money on the Ultra Deluxe version if it's just like the jump circle and them saying, heh, it's so. Wait a second. Hey, I believe the outside of my office used to look different than this. Yeah, kind of looked sort of like this picture here.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Oh.
through the.
You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? Oh,
Okay, fine,
never
okay,
mind.
fine.
You're not a dork.
Coffee nuts. Why is there a screwdriver in the vent? Okay. So I died? Or is it just loading a new area?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking
Yeah.
about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special
Whoa.
and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Okay.
I
Whoa.
call it the memory zone. It's
Now this
where
is
I've
new
been storing
content.
all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh,
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone
wow.
remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the
Wow.
game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wait, they put tape over it? Wait, what's under the tape? Ugh, the print is so small. Did they just like spell it wrong? Oh, there's me. And there's an unrelated dog image. The memory zone. Alarm clock. Is that like the script? Okay. Good times. Trip down memory lane. Oh, they made a CD of the soundtrack. To be honest, Stanley Parable is good. I don't feel like it's having a CD of its soundtrack good. What? Come on. That would have been like the perfect screenshot. Let me go out there and sit on the bench.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10
Nice.
from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Okay. Person of the year.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
But more endings would be cool, I'm just saying. The serious room.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Okay.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the
Oh,
online
Steam
video
reviews,
game
no.
distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Not the
Surely these
Steam
reviews were glowing as
reviews.
well, weren't they?
No, narrator, you're wrong. Steam is always wrong. The Steam reviews are vicious. Just don't look at them. Don't look at the Steam reviews.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion.
Oh.
The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny,
Don't
with
worry,
his
narrator,
humor
he's
and
lying.
dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Unfunny?
Trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I
Stuff
can
all
write up a
over
handful of
the
gags to
garbage
insert
comment.
into the
Stanley
Stanley
Parable's good.
Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Just make jokes about Steam reviews. They are trash. Everyone that comments on Steam is an idiot most of the time. That's a bit harsh. Steam reviews can be helpful. So a lot of the time it has a lot of they're just bad at reviewing things.
Okay,
I'll just say that.
this one. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
Like a little
Tell me
bit,
if I'm
not to
preachy,
an annoying
honestly,
amount.
oh goodness, this is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure, like I let these people down.
You didn't let them down, they're
Perhaps
just
the Stanley
bad.
Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
No, it is, narrator, don't worry about it. I don't think I can get back up from this. Yeah, I'll just go down.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Don't change yourself for others, narrator.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been... Oh,
Gotta spam the button.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was
Yeah,
plenty of time for
minutes.
me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the
Speedrun.
power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption...
Do.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Well, that's concerning. I'll admit it.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
You're the narrator. Make a door appear.
I checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe.
Why?
I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all
I
because
say
of
I
those
grab this
reviews.
ladder.
Those
bang on
reviews
the
that I couldn't
wall,
get
these
out of
look
my
like
head. I just couldn't
bricks.
ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who
Yeah, I
they
know.
are. What would it ever
Just
really
gonna skip.
matter? Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh,
How
my
long has it been?
goodness. I have someone to
What?
talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a
What
week.
happened?
Or 2 weeks.
2
I've been
weeks?
sitting here all that time. Just
What?
sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me
I'm sorry,
talking.
narrator. I just gotta skip past it. There's no way out. I'm sorry, narrator. I can't
Oh,
make you feel
hello.
guilty.
It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat
A
down in one
year?
place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I
No,
looked.
he's making me feel guilty. I can't. Anything? Narrator, you there? Guess we'll hit the button. Is that a bomb? Is that a bomb? Is this the alarm clock? What's that beeping? I'm pressing the button. This beeping's annoying.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone.
Sorry, narrator. I'm just gonna hit the button no matter what you say. It's gonna have to happen. There's no way out. I've looked around. There's nothing I can do. Is the narrator dead?
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Narrator?
End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
I'm sorry, narrator.
The end is never the end.
Narrator? Oh, there's water dripping in. That means it's starting to decay, so eventually, if I keep pressing the button, the walls will crumble. I called it. Can I get out? No. Maybe like one more time? It's getting close. Yes, sunlight. I can't get through it though. Another time? Can I like climb? So there's berries here. I climb up the foliage. Maybe like jump onto that pipe there. Oh wow, that's just void outside now. Okay. Button please, button please. How is the button so functional after all this? So that didn't skip me forward in time. Hey button! Button! My friend! Okay. Oh, button fell over. I can escape. I don't want to escape. This looks like it would suck. I guess I'll go up to that mountain and see if I can see anything. Maybe I'll get a better view of what's going on here. I'm gonna be honest. If this lush area that I was in is a desert now, I don't think I'm gonna survive long. I wonder what happened. Oh, guess I died. Oh. Feel free to subscribe. We just hit 50 minutes, so if you enjoyed it long enough to stay here, you might want to subscribe.
Perhaps she had simply missed a
Okay,
moment.
bye.